Hey everyone, I'm Steve from GamersNexus.net, and I'm joined by Lyndell Chase.
Hey guys.
Lindell is going to be helping out with the hardware news and game news recaps every week.
Yeah.
So I thought we'd do a quick introduction, and Lindell you've been a PC gamer for a while.
For a little while, yeah.
So everyone's got their origin story.
Yeah,
What's
okay,
what's
so
your origin story?
my origin story starts like many other origin stories. It started with with an error. I wanted, I think it was, what was the game? Oh yeah, it was Lord of the Rings Return of the King, the PC version. And I told my dad, I was like, hey, can I get this game? He was like, do you have Lord of the Rings Return of the King money? I was like, no. I was like, okay. So I saved up for it, finally got this game, put it into our home computer, and after I installed the game, the computer told me essentially insufficient video memory. So that was the first time that I opened up a computer, and ever since then, I haven't stopped. So it's been a fun ride ever since.
I still have my first video card.
Yeah.
I think it was like an AT. This is before AMD bought ATI. It's an ATI X800T or XT800 or X1800T, something like that. It was like a 512 or 256 megabyte card, and at the time it was top of the line.
Yep.
And it was $500.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I remember it was. I had to get up to at least, I believe it was 128. To play this game. We only had, I think, 64 in the computer, which is ridiculous to think about now where cards are at. But I still have it. I still have it in the button case. I forget which card it was. I know it was an ATI card, but it's been a long road since then, both for myself as a gamer and if you look at technology, it's been absolutely incredible.
ATI was on their game, and that's the other thing I remember is I think I spent about $100 on memory. I think it was maybe 2 to 4 gigabytes for RAM, which now you can get 8 gigabytes for like $30.
Oh, easily.
And it's way faster.
Yeah.
So what games have you been playing? A lot of games have come out this week alone.
Yes.
But what have you been playing?
I have spent, at least for me, an absurd time on Fallout 4. I haven't been able to spend a ton of time on Battlefront yet. I played the beta, enjoyed the beta, liked where they were going with that, and been looking forward to the release. But it's funny, I pre-ordered Battlefront. I actually own Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and I have touched neither of those games in this very short time that I have had to play. I've already logged over 24 hours in the game, so it's pretty much consumed all of my free time. I've had a lot of fun with it, but yeah, that's essentially what I've been turning my attention to recently.
Yeah, Fallout was, I think Steam says I have 20 or 30 hours in it. I have not actually played the game. That's all benchmarking.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's so if someone can do the math in the comments below, but it's a 30-second benchmark course, so you divide maybe 20 hours by 30 seconds. That's how many times we've run that circle.
Yeah, I think you guys will have to take care of that for us.
Yeah, so it's down there, someone can have fun with that. But yeah, a lot of circuits. And then, so for our first videos, we're looking at doing like a hardware news recap, a game news recap. Is there any game news from this week or maybe stuff kind of that you're looking forward to in the near future now that it's game launch season that is interesting to you?
Yeah, in the short term, probably the thing I'm most excited for is the release of the Creation Kit early 2016 for Fallout 4. Yes, I will say this. I've been able to gauge the longevity of a game based on how it is out of the box with Bethesda. And one thing that I've noticed very early on is that they've listened to their fans and they've listened and watched the people who have modded their game before. And what they've done with Fallout 4 is they've provided a very, very strong foundation. And knowing what I know of what came out of Skyrim, knowing what I know came out of New Vegas, and with Fallout 3, this game only has the potential to go up and to the right. So that is the one thing that I've been putting a lot of focus on, paying attention to, and looking forward to possibly doing some modding myself, but man, I'm a leecher. I enjoy taking advantage of people's creativity. I enjoy taking advantage of people's ingenuity when it comes to stuff like this, and Fallout has, with this title, provided us with a really solid floor, and I'm looking forward to seeing what people are going to do with it. So yeah,
Skyrim is one of those games where now 4 years after its launch, if I go install it, the first thing I do is not play the game. Spend 6 hours finding and installing mods.
That's it. I've already done that 2 or 3 times in fresh playthroughs. I think I was telling you the other day, like I think I finished the game for the first time in like March of this year because I had started the game over probably from the time that I got it 6 or 7 times. So often you run into a mod where it's like, I got to start over. Like this changes the entire game for me. Like I have to go back and play the beginning of the game with this mod. So.
I still have not finished it.
Really?
I only do the open world with the mods.
Yeah, awesome.
The only thing I'm interested in.
Yeah. No, that's where I was. And again, so it didn't even start. My interest in finishing the game didn't even start until somebody asked me about that final scene in the storyline, and I was kind of just like, I honestly haven't got there because I'm too busy enjoying all this stuff that Bethesda didn't give us. You know? Yeah, so that's just me. That's where I was. So
very cool. So that's there's your quick intro to Lindell, who's gonna be heading up some of our videos now, and I'm still gonna be here. I'm doing more hardware videos with a lot of depth. So that requires a lot of time.
It does.
A lot of number crunching, and I want to make sure I can focus on that and then share some of the content production with Lindell so we can get some high quality gaming stuff online and things of that nature. Because it is Gamers Nexus after all. So
yes.
That's all for this one. Check out the Patreon link in the post-roll video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you all next time.